welcome back to The Rancher in Stilettos Presents Cocktails and Conversations. And had such a great conversation the first time with Shelley Roxanne, my friend and best-selling author. She is here for the second part of our conversation.
Love your brain and where you went with these stories and the plots and the subplots, really fascinating.
Well, and in real life, even the best relationships can have their challenges.
Of
Um,
uh, of
so
course.
ultimately, you just make that decision. You just make a decision that whatever happens at the end of the day, we'll get through it, and ultimately they do. And this third book really was a challenge for me to write it because while in on some levels it's my story, it's still a book that I want people to want to read. So
Yeah.
for me to be sanguine and not, put some truth out there, it's not just always roses, and the reality of it is there's conflict. And this third book really brought that out, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of any relationship. You
Exactly.
know, the two parties or the multiple parties, however many are in it, make a decision. No matter what, we're going to make this work.
Yeah.
But I love the truth, though, that they bring to it, the honesty that they bring to it, and that Zayd eventually does, because they do, the girlfriend thing about talking about the other one. Oh, she probably, whatever, and the jabs and things that they do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the love is so real. The love is so real, and the love is deep. And people are people, so they all have their moods. Is that a song?
Okay. Yes.
But I love their relationship, and I could really relate to her, especially this in this third one. Again, I don't know. It sounds like, I have favorites. I don't have favorites because I love them all for different reasons. But in this one, I could really relate to some of the frustrations that she has this time.
And I think as someone who's read all the books, lots of surprises by the time you get to the third book. And yes, I will drink along with you.
Yes.
Hmm. By the time you get to the third book, I think you really start to see that she's under some pressure, not just, with the business, but all the relationships that she's trying to manage. And what do you think about the arc of her growth, the main character, Zayd?
Yeah. So with Zayd, the protagonist in this, I definitely saw her arc.
Mm-hmm.
I from the very first book to the end of the third, I saw her growth in her understanding herself,
Mm-hmm.
finding her voice,
Mm-hmm.
her unwillingness to compromise, where even in the third, things that she did that she would not have done in the first.
Right.
So I really saw her growth and development, and was super proud of her. And again, I just saw so much of myself in there that I was watching that to go, wow, okay, and felt really good about me by through her
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
through her growth.
And as she's navigating relationships, and I'm writing this and I'm thinking, I love how she shares with the reader her kind of list of pros and cons. You know, as she's in the middle of dinner with the Lane character, let's say, and they leave dinner, and he's just kind of walking down the street with her, you know, and she's thinking to herself, now, if that was Corey, he would never allow me to walk on the outside of the
The
street.
outside.
You know, just those things. It's just like ultimately trying to make the best decision. And even when she makes a decision, she it takes a village, if you will, to finally get her to see maybe that isn't the decision she needs to make. Particularly Nash, who is her best guy friend.
Yeah. And again, even that relationship,
I love Nash and
oh my God,
I
I
love
love
Nash.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
And again, there was some, oh, I wish I had a Nash.
right,
And while it's funny because now um, I may actually have that and not even know it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe because again, the interesting piece is we probably have these relationships, but it's spread amongst four people.
Exactly. Right.
This one person, they serve that aspect, and this person, but Nash is all one for her.
Right.
When maybe we get that piece from this one and that piece from this one. And when I look at it this way, I probably um, do have the benefit because at the end of the day, we get everything that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily that we want,
Right.
but we get every one that we need.
I love that. I love it. Um, so you know how I feel about Paris.
Yep.
I just wanted to know how you feel about Paris as a character in the book.
As well, first of all, I cannot, the way you paint uh Paris, I feel like I've been there and I have not. It
Mm-hmm.
is the one place that I have not been. There was an almost, but it just the timing wasn't right. That will be certainly in 2024. I think because I can't wait to go to all the places and do the things. I probably will go on a Zaid trip.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably and check off all the boxes to some of the spots that she has been there. But um you are, I mean, that's your second home.
A happy place. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so I definitely look forward to going there, but it makes me want to. And
Right.
I love the shots of you on the cover and just in your happy place. So
That was a perfect day, actually, just running through the streets of Paris with, you know, this tulle skirt on and my sneakers because I didn't want to scuff up my boots, and
right,
with a
which
French.
is a true rancher in
Exactly,
person.
exactly, exactly. With a French photographer, and who is, you know, me, I make friends everywhere, and he's just the sweetest guy. But he actually read the books and told me that he was just honored to even have just a small part. That it's his picture. That's yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have a question, another question. There
Sure.
is a new character
Oh,
that is, I'm not giving anything away. I will just say there is a new character introduced of the male persuasion that is introduced in this new one. And what was the inspiration behind
you know what?
that?
You know what? I'm not gonna even call you messy right now, but just take a sip. Take a sip. um, you know, you write what you know. That's all I can say. You know,
Right, what you know.
yeah. No,
Do you
But
write what you hope to know
no,
in
you
fantasy? Or you write what, because every writer is different. So are you writing what you knew or what you would hope to know?
well, I'm looking at the arc of Zayd, and I'm looking at the fact that she's got these men who really, would be great, I guess, in relationships in terms of being able to, help her with her life and support her and, be there for her. But emotionally, they just weren't at the right place for her. And then she meets this guy by happenstance at a convention. And he is,
That's enough. You don't have to tell the rest. I'm not asking you about her. I read that. I'm asking you
you know
about
what?
you.
You know what? This is cocktails and conversation.
Yes.
I'm gonna take another sip.
I'm
Are you calling me out?
I'm asking you about the inspiration to the new character, and was this based on um a real life scenario loosely or not so loosely?
Loosely based on a real life character. Yes.
Okay. And all of them are,
Yeah.
all of your characters
Yes.
in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Um,
this is art imitating life.
to some extent, again, when I started writing the book started years ago before I stopped, and I stopped because of COVID to write. But the story has kind of been building, and yeah, so building blocks. You actually know Lane, and he knows you know him. So
I know all of them, but
I know.
I didn't know the things that that I learned. Let's say
You know
I
what?
learned
You
some
know what?
things.
No, but there's a part in there where I'm talking about the day that I had already met Lane, but or the Lane character, but I liked him so much and I was so nervous. And you were like, we were at work, and you were like, I think he's coming over here to talk to you. And I dove under my desk with my heel.
You have that. You literally tell that scenario in this one, and I'm like, she
Yeah.
told me that. And I'm like, I was there. I was
And
there.
and as much as I wanted you to respect me as a human being, there was nothing I could do about it. I was so nervous and freaked out. I just like dove under my desk with my heels, stockings, everything, my suit on. And I was just like, oh no, I can't talk to him right now. No, 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 I can't do it.
No, but I love as how girly you are about that, as badass, as you are on one side of it, how girly that you are in there. And it's interesting because when you added um that aspect, I didn't see Zayd that vulnerable. So
Mm-hmm,
that I thought added another layer to her
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because I had not seen that vulnerability in her until you added that piece that I said, okay. So that gave me more insight into her.
Yeah, and I think that Lane is the guy that she would have wanted to work out. And so she gave it probably more time than it was, that it required. However, having shared that part, she realized her worth, and she decided to move forward. And forward is the future, and who knows what's out there.
But we don't know until you read it what actually happened
Exactly.
with Zayd and Lane and whoever else. So good. Just hanging on the edge. I'm sure that your readers are saddened by the idea that this has ended, even though it is still being written because it is your story, and so we're still learning. But obviously, you have kept us out of your bedroom after this here. But the freakiness continues. Sure, because you have more in you that you will be sharing more stories. Will you please? Will you?
A writer always writes. A writer always,
Writer always writes.
yeah. And I think that the Rancher and Stilettos, it has changed my life. I will tell you that. It has absolutely changed my life.
Wonderful.
It has opened doors for me. It has put me in some of the craziest situations that, I had never anticipated. But strangely enough, I was ready for it.
Mm.
I've been ready for it, and I didn't even know it. So yeah, I'm enjoying every part of the process. I've got book signings that are going on right now. Now that the third book is out, and talking to other readers and having them yell at me because I mess with one of their characters, their favorite people. It's all part of the journey, and I really love it. And I have to get out there and defend all of the storylines, every single one, and it's been a joy.
So there's talk, I understand, of a film.
Yes, the Rancher and Stilettos, the
So
movie.
tell us about that.
You know what? If it weren't for you, that would not even be a possibility. So I'm just going to put it right out there. As someone who's in this industry and able to guide me and also to show me that the value of this work that I've done, much appreciated. And thank you for even allowing me to believe that this story, this little story that I wrote, The Girl from Huntsville, Texas, Um, and I'm proud to even represent my friends that are cheering me on. I just am completely humbled by the whole process. And in terms of the movie, excited to be able to work with you so that I can also continue to have a say in what the story looks like when it comes to screen. You know how this business works. I could just sell the script, and the dreamers could be five guys. You know what I'm saying? It could be completely different people. So I want this to be the story that I wrote, since my name is on it. Kelly, I can't thank you enough for coming on and being my very first guest on
I'm honored.
Cocktails
I'm
and
honored to be the
Conversation.
first one to have cocktails and conversations with you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
honey, listen, God bless you. I just absolutely am just amazed at all the things that you have accomplished, and you've always followed your dreams. And that's what I'm trying to do.
I love it. I'm so proud of you. It's an amazing piece of work, and I'm looking forward to where it goes from here. The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come. I love you, Shell.
Love you too.
We'll talk soon. Bye bye.
Bye.